Central Florida Salute YouTube. I am here once again at AMVETS Post 2006, a major sponsor of this show, and we really appreciate it. And I have a U.S. Marine, Kyle Weber. And Kyle, I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself. I understand you were from Ohio originally, right?
Yeah, originally born in Ohio. Then I got transplanted here to Florida in '94 with my family as a young child. Grew up in the Wekiva area, went to Lake Brantley High School, graduated '06. Worked local jobs before joining the Marine Corps and was a lifeguard at Wet and Wild before joining the Marine Corps, and after that fizzled out.
You were a lifeguard. Why didn't you join the Navy?
Well, actually, funny story, I wanted to join the Coast Guard, but I didn't score high enough on the ASVAB to get the job I wanted.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I read your bio and it said you had a desire to serve. What prompted that?
I think I've always had a lifelong service. I feel like I've always been looking to help the people below me, as a younger generation below me, and as a lifeguard, that's a service in itself. You're looking to save other people constantly. You're scanning the waters, and you never know what you're going to be doing as a lifeguard.
Yeah.
I think that kind of gave me a desire to serve. I went to fire academy while I was a lifeguard, and just didn't seem like that's what I wanted to do after I graduated.
So you decided to join the Marines. Tell us a little bit about when you went in. You went to Camp Pendleton, is that right?
No. We went to Paris Island.
We came like heroes with Billy Joel. I remember that one, yeah.
Paris Island in the swamps.
Yeah.
When 2010, I joined the Marine Corps. Funny story, I didn't have a job until I graduated boot camp. I went in with an open contract because I just wanted to get the heck out of Dodge. And I ended up selecting my job at the end of boot camp because my orders were empty. They were supposed to give me a job at the end of boot camp. I got my ass chewed for not having a job by my drill instructor.
Oh.
Interesting.
Well, see, when I was in the Air Force, you went to basic, and then they told you what they set a school to
right.
As a mechanic, and then they ask you where you want to go, and wherever you say you want to go, they don't send you.
Yeah, I don't think I ever got that option.
No. So you were in military police, if I'm correct, right?
Yes, sir.
So. How long did that last? What did you do in the?
So I went to MP school over in Fort Leonard Wood, Lost in the Woods, over in Missouri. That was a good time.
Lost in the Woods.
Yeah.
I've heard that about that.
Yeah, Army base.
Yeah.
Good time. Had a blast there, actually. Met a lot of great guys. Did a lot of exploring, a lot of cave swimming and river rafting and whatnot.
And you said this ain't bad being in the Marines.
No. Then I hit the fleet, and boy, did that change.
Yeah.
I went to a K-9 unit at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina, which then quickly got, I got selected to go to a advising school over in 29 Palms in California. I got to do a couple deployments as a foreign advisor and as a security chief.
Let's go back to the military police. You went overseas with the military police?
No.
You went as a foreign advisor?
I went as a foreign advisor attached to another unit as a TAD. And we were on a little team. There was 13 of us, I think 13, 14 of us on one little team. Lived at this little FOB in Afghanistan, and we operated out of there.
Now, what did you do as a foreign advisor?
We in bed with the Afghans, the Afghan Army, the Afghan Police Force, the A&P, and we controlled their payroll. And then we'd go out to their local outposts and work on whether it was firearm training, physical fitness, leadership traits, just a whole bunch of different advising as in teaching the Afghans how to run a organized military or police force. And that even went all the way down to as in, we would go out and roll up guys and do their interrogations with them. We would do their fingerprinting with them, all that good jazz. Teach them how to search compounds, how to raid compounds. We did countless things.
How did you get started in that? Did somebody say that's what you're going to do, or did you volunteer for that?
Well,
it's a long story.
It's a very long story. I got in trouble when I hit the fleet.
No!
And my gunny at the time, Gunny Abernathy, told me, he said, here's your choices. You can go to K-9 school, or you can go to foreign advising school. What do you want to do? They leave at the same time. And I went to foreign advising school, and the rest was history from there. And it was just, it was a fun time. It was a really fun time. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The training was great. You know, over in 29 Palms, it's so realistic, it's unreal. They bring in Afghans, they build a whole village, they have the moon dust, they have rockets flying over top, they have explosions going on, you know. They have people coming and trying to harass you and keep you, you know, they don't break character, they keep their character the whole time and just get you to engage like you're overseas, which then once that switch flips of an attack or something, you go right into posture, and it's set up so that it's so realistic. It's exactly how you're going to act overseas. Wow. It's pretty freaking cool.
And when you went over there, it was realistic, huh?
100% realistic.
Yeah. Did you come under attack at all? Or?
A few times. We had a pretty good firefighter outside of our base. They were shooting into our little. We were in this little, literally like the size of this rectangle. See, to scale of this tablecloth here. I mean, this little fob. There was probably maybe 80 Americans on it, if that. We had an Australian group with us, and they were all contractors. And it basically looked like our little compound here. Then the Australians were kind of catty-cornered to us, and then there was a U-shape of Afghans around us. And they were supposed to keep us safe. But, you know, that was at the heat of the, sorry, that was my phone. That was at the heat of the blue-on-blue attacks, the blue-on-green attacks. You know, the Afghans were embedding, like the Taliban would embed with the A&A and whatnot and attack us on the inside, because when we would go to these outposts, you know, we downgrade. We take all our gear off, everything. We have a couple of guys outside for security, but that's it. You're inside these mud huts with these guys. You know, the odds of a 50 cal going through it is slim to none, you know?
Yeah.
So you're in there, no kit on, no helmet on, maybe a sidearm, and that's it. And these guys are walking around with AK-47s, and they have no muzzle awareness. They're flashing everybody with the tip of their AK, and it's just...
Different world, eh?
It's unreal. You know, they shoot them off into the air like for celebration, like it's no big deal.
Oh. So you did 2 deployments. How long were your deployments?
9 months each.
9 months each?
Yep.
Wow. So
give or take a few days here or there, you know.
Yeah.
But they ballpark 9 months each.
Do you keep in contact with any of your old Marine buddies?
There's a handful, but, you know, everybody has moved on with their lives. They have families. Law enforcement now. I don't really know anybody that I deployed with or was in the military with in Florida. Everybody I know is in Georgia, Kentucky, California, New York. You know, they're so spread out. And they have their families. You know, it's maybe have a phone call once a month with them type of relationships.
I got one guy that I keep contact with, and that's over 50 some odd years.
I'm sure I'll get to that point with these guys, but
I hope so. I hope so. So you did 2 deployments, 4 years?
Yes, sir.
4 years. And you didn't re-enlist.
No, unfortunately I didn't.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, yeah. You know, we all get like that. Once we leave like that, we think, well, maybe I should have stayed.
Yeah, absolutely. The grass is not always greener on the other side, as they say.
Yeah. So you came home, and I understand now. Were you married when you were in the Marines, or no?
I'm on my 3rd marriage. Oh. 3rd time's a charm.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Oh yeah. You know, this one's great.
That's good. It's good. I'm happy for you. But you've got a couple of kids, and now you say you do a little coaching?
Yeah. So I coach over in Eustis. We have a youth football league. Mid-Florida Youth Football League. I coached the Eustis Junior Panthers, 10U team. My son plays for him, so he'll be moving up. We were...
Come on, what's the record, brother?
I think we were 7-5.
Oh, that's respectable.
I think we were 7-5. And, you know, we went through a coaching change halfway through the season, so that kind of slowed us up a little bit, and we had to figure that out as we were going. But
That's kind of like the Giants.
yeah, they don't know what they're doing. They lose their
figured it
running
out
back. They lose their quarterbacks. I mean, they get a good team going, and then all of a sudden both of them get hurt. And they can't catch a break over there.
I'm a Giant fan. It's always wait till next year.
Oh, Scattaboo and what's his name? Dart? Jackson Dart? This year came on there. The quarterback, the young quarterback, and the young running back that just got hurt. Man, they were a force to be reckoned with there. And then all of a sudden, bam, bam, both of them out.
That's enough for football here. I don't want to get too many phone calls. But you have a business now.
Yes.
You want to tell us what are you doing now?
So I am a general contractor. We specialize in the commercial industry for mobile home and RV resorts. We don't work for residents. It's all corporate-owned entities that we're working for. We do their infrastructure. We build their ground-up clubhouses. We remodel their clubhouses. We probably demolish around 300 homes a year. I have a crew that's all they do. I call them my wrecking crew. All they do, there's 3 guys. They just travel around the state of Florida demolishing houses. It's awesome. And then I've got another crew that just drive around state of Florida rehabbing mobile homes for their inventory homes is what they call them. The corporation owns them, and they rent them out or sell them.
Yeah, that's big down here.
Yep.
A lot of people then they get their fees and they keep jacking the fees. I know.
I can't talk on that.
My daughter lives in one of them.
Yeah, we service them. We do a hurricane season comes around. We do disaster relief for them, which is a huge ticket item for us. I'll spend 4 or 5 months out of town at a time for that.
Yeah. So how long you been doing that?
I got out of the Marine Corps in 14. And went straight into business for myself in 14. That's a lie. It was about 15 because I got out in late 14 and I had so much leave time. I didn't do anything until after New Year's. I just lived off my paycheck and hung out with my kid.
You had a lot of leave time?
I had 60 days saved up from being deployed so much,
I believe me, I know, because when I was in the Air Force, I went 2 years without a leave. They kept sending me overseas, and then they come back. And we're too busy, overseas. And
so
after 2 years, I said, listen, I got to have a leave. And they gave me a leave.
So when you waive your dwell time and do back-to-back deployments, don't quote me on this. They give you extra, that's why I'm saying don't quote me on this.
All right.
They give you extra time on top of your normal leave days that you acquire per month for waiving your dwell time. So when I got back, I only had...
I didn't have that.
Well, I was deployed in a combat zone. It's different, I guess.
There was a thing called Vietnam.
Oh, yeah, you were in Vietnam. My bad. We didn't discuss that too much earlier.
Listen, the show's not about me. It's about you.
Yeah. So they give you that extra time, and I only had, 6-8 months left when I got back from Afghanistan, my second time, and I went to PMO from there and did the patrol car thing for a while and got out with got 60 days left on my contract, I think, and just kicked it in Florida.
Well, I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you're coaching youth football, because I like to have people on the show that are giving back to the community. A lot of people. I work with Ashley's House, and this AMVETS Post here is very big in supporting our homeless veterans, and I work with Project SOS, also another great charity. I love to have people come on that are involved in the community and raising money to help, our brothers and sisters who have served, So, but it's a pleasure having you on here. Do you have any particular story over there that you want to talk about? We're a family show now.
Man.
Anything that happened over there, you just...
I wish I would have had a little more heads up. I would have brought a picture that I had
Well, you know what? This is not going to air right away.
I'll have to try to
So you
track
see
this
that
picture
lady?
down.
She's going to give you her email address, and you're going to email those pictures to her, and we'll put them in the show.
I'm gonna have to find them. We were out on a patrol, and we're just hanging out, and there's this berm, and we're literally in the middle of nowhere. You can't see nothing for as far as the eye can see. There's nothing. Not even the only hill you see is the one next to us. That's it. And out of nowhere, this guy comes walking over the hill, and he just walks up to us and starts staring at us. And we gave him a cheesecake we had commandeered from the chow hall at Camp Leatherneck, and he just sits down in the little Afghan squat they do and devours this whole cheesecake in a matter of 3 minutes. Toss him a bottle of water, he waves, and on he went. No idea where the guy went, but just, this guy's probably never had cheesecake before, ever in his life. He doesn't know what cheesecake is. And he gets this whole caramel, and it was one of those pretzel style cheesecakes where it's got the turtle cheesecake. And he just devours this thing, and I mean, just like the Cookie Monster with a box of cookies. It was a sight to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't have too many PG stories from over there.
Well, I mean, it was an interesting job you had to organize everything, and that was pretty. That'd be pretty intense. You make sure everybody got done what was supposed to be done and paid who went.
Well, at that point in my career in the Marine Corps, I was a lonely little E3, and I was working with 05s, 06s, staff sergeants and above. I was just a lonely little. I was their little do-boy, hold security here, hold security there. I didn't get to partake in all the good, juicy stuff, but it was a good time. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. I learned a lot about a lot of culture shock from there, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. And you grow. With any branch of service, you grow as an individual.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Teach you how to be a man.
You mentioned the culture shock.
Yep.
What do you mean by that?
You go from this wonderful country we have here, America. I mean, you can literally walk down to the gas station and get anything you want. And you go to this country, they live in mud huts. 99% of the place doesn't have power. They're living off generators or nothing at all, and whatever dirty water they can get from these ravines that are flowing by, and farming and growing their own food. And you watch these kids, and you give them a bottle of water, and it's the equivalent of giving a 5-year-old a Hershey bar here. They don't comprehend that. And you see the people in America that, up in a fizzy and whatnot about how horrible it is here. And then you go to these countries and it's like, you don't even remotely understand how good you have it here.
Yes.
It is the best place you could possibly live. And I guess you just take it for granted until you see where you could be.
I got to tell you about a moment I had when I was in the service. I landed, it was Utapao, Thailand, and that's where we had I was working with the MMS, the Munition Maintenance Squadron. And they had an old building they had to tear down and take it to the dump. So I helped tear it down, and we put it in a deuce and a half. And the driver says, well, I need Bob to help me unload it. Okay, so I get in the deuce and a half. We start going into the dump. He says, lock your door and roll the window up. I says, what? Lock your door and roll the window up. You ain't gonna unload this. It was a big circle. So we went in and we started driving around real slow. And people come out of nowhere. And they're looking at the truck, and this kid jumps on the side of the running board by the truck and looks at me. His face is all distorted. I don't know what was wrong with him, and he's looking at me. Then he climbs up into the truck. He throws a 2x4 out of the truck, and an old lady picks it up, and he jumps down to get it, and she goes like this, like she's going to hit him with it. And I said to myself, you're right. We got it made here. People complain a lot, but until you see somebody that's struggling,
willing to fight over a 2x4.
Yeah.
See,
an old lady and a kid.
Yeah. It's absolutely insane.
It is
insane. I mean, there's times where you would see kids run to grab, a helicopter flies over and does a gun run somewhere, right? and they run out there to get the brass from the ground to take it to the scrapyard. Which, where's the scrapyard at? There's no, where are they taking it to sell this? Yeah. That's how insane, how desperate they are to better their lives. They'll travel across the country to make $2-3 of American money.
Yeah, I know. I saw that in Southeast Asia too.
I mean, even think about their truck drivers. You have truck drivers in Afghanistan running these routes that we've built, over the years, and they're contracted through, obviously, a third party through the government, right?
Right.
And they're risking their lives just to turn a buck to help the American people. How many IEDs are riddled along those routes that these guys are running?
Yeah.
One time, it takes them to miss a flag or something, and boom, they're dead.
Yeah.
And they're running supply for us in their own country. So.
Well, I've always said that I do believe that everybody in this country, if they can physically possibly do it, should be in the military.
I agree.
If not, the Peace Corps.
I agree. Some sort of service.
Yeah, because you grow when you are outside of your surroundings and you see what other people have.
And you get outside your comfort zone. It grows you mentally and physically.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to call it a day here,
okay.
Kyle. Great meeting you, brother.
I appreciate it, sir.
Great meeting you, brother. Stop calling me sir.
I can't help it.
Call me Airman Bob, or you call me Bob.
Bobby?
Just don't call me late for dinner. All right, so you ready?
I'm ready.
We do this, right?
I'm ready.
To all our veterans out there, active military, and their families, we salute you for all you do. Till next time. Today I'm at AMVETS Post 2006, a major sponsor of Central Florida Salute, and I want to introduce to you the commander here, Ronnie Mack. Ronnie, tell us a little bit about AMVETS 2006. Where are you located? And
we are at 500 North Canal Street, Leesburg, Florida. It's right off of 441, between 441 and Main Street on Canal. Can't miss us. And we're a veterans organization, along with, we have an auxiliary, and we have sons of veterans that are related some form or another to a veteran. And we do a lot for a lot of charitable donations and stuff to charities in the area and in the county. And we're a major sponsor to Central Florida Salute. We're proud of it. We're glad to be. You guys do a heck of a job, and we'll sponsor you as long as I'm here. We're going to sponsor you. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, we do. Sue and I really appreciate it. We're a two-person operation, and what we try to do with education and supporting our veterans community, and you supporting us is major thing. It's major.
We're glad to do it, Bob. We're glad to do it.
And you have sons here. You have auxiliary here. You've got a website, too, if somebody wants to join.
Yep. It's don't punch into www. It's amvets-2006.org. And it'll take you right to our website, Facebook page, and all that's there, and you'll be able to find that. The webmaster, he tries to get the calendar on there every month, anything pertinent. There's a lot of other links on there for veterans to find out where to get help for certain claims and stuff like that. Our webmaster's really into that stuff. That's the guy you ought to be interviewing right there. So,
well, you know what,
he's got
Ronnie?
a lot of stuff.
You have a lot of clout. You tell him to talk to me, and we'll get him on the show, okay?
I can do that.
All right. But I just want to, on behalf of Sue and myself, we want to thank AMVETS 2006 because you guys are the major players behind us, and we appreciate it.
But we just wish we could do more. We really do.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys are awesome.